Okay then, that's how it's gonna be, is it? Fine, let's do this. Hello there everybody, Nicolini here, bringing you another edition of Muse's Corner. Today, Fandom Divided. Oh yeah, we're getting into the big ones here. As you probably saw from a little intro shot, this concerns in fandom harassment. Now what do I mean by in fandom harassment? I mean when somebody goes out of their way to harass, make uncomfortable, or do otherwise to another member of a fandom that they're a part of. And I think this is a big issue because fandom should be a place where people come together, where people stick it out with each other, where people help and support and all that stuff, and not a place where we have to worry about, oh no, we can't do certain things or say certain things or draw certain things, or else we're gonna have people coming after us and doing all kinds of horrible, horrible things. Now, I actually assembled a small list of examples. Most of these were examples off the top of my head. I later went and got some information on these. Here's some good examples of harassment. Just recently, a furry by the name of Bandit Raccoon went through some recent drama over a wisecrack he made on Twitter. And yes, I think it's a wisecrack. I don't think it's really... some people said that he was being whiny about it, but and I'll have a link to this tweet below. Somebody graciously took a screenshot of it. But Califer, and for those of you who are not know, Califer is a really big furry convention that happens in California, hence the name, and they like to do shout-out videos. Big thanks to whoever for their reel with Califer. A lot of videographers and producers and creative furries will do little reels of video showing off different things in Califer and fursuiters and things of that nature. But somebody retweeted Califer and mentioned and said that Bandit had filmed the event for years and that Califer had always ignored or never shared his work. And that's true. I've gone through and I've looked at previous episodes of Bandit Raccoon's production, The Raccoon's Den, and yeah, they always do a video on a convention whenever they go to one. And let me see, it goes, Califer retweet says we've shared Bandit's work in the past, before a few times. They link to a video. The guy who initially retweeted, Daniel Hamamoto, I'm sorry if I totally butchered that name, because the video is very old, not nothing to do with your con though. Every other con he's filmed for, I shared his work. Califer retweets him, says we try to give everyone a fair amount of mentions. Today was Mboku's turn. And then Bandit retweets with the wisecrack of, it's cool, I've only been doing this for 6 years, no biggie. Now apparently people were thinking that he was trying to be entitled or narcissistic or hogging the spotlight. I just think he was being a smartass. Right? Like, am I the only one that just thinks that that's just a smartass comment? But apparently he got some hate over that. As you can see in the beginning, that was actually a screen cap he posted. Somebody had messaged him and presumably blocked him after messaging it because people don't have the gonads to stand up anymore to things when they do things like that. And yeah, that was ridiculous. The fact that somebody had left a message like that for them. Other things are, let's take a look at the world of Five Nights at Freddy's and Undertale. Wow, two big indie hits, right? Five Nights at Freddy's, Undertale. What do you get when you put them together? An ambitious project by a Reddit user by the name of LSF Development. They're going to make a game called FNAF Tale that was going to blend elements of FNAF and Undertale together. I kind of thought it was a little interesting. I know a lot of people were like, no, stop, please. Which actually leads us to the dark path here. Let me see. On November 10th, 2015 of last year, LSF Development posted a trailer, very short teaser trailer for FNAF Tale that featured a character, a Undertale character, no, not Undertale, a FNAF character done in the Undertale style, saying something to another character. They got immense hate almost like that. And it was from both FNAF and Undertale people. They just didn't want this to happen. And it was just a lot more than hate. It was death threats and other things like that. And that's really damn ridiculous. Come on. I know that people don't want these two fandoms to blend together for whatever reason, but that's no reason to be doing that to somebody. Really? Come on. Is that really worth it? Continuing on, we have, some of you may have heard this one, Zami070, the gal who drew the Steven Universe and human-like Fluttershy picture that got harassed over the fan art. They got harassed over those pictures that they had drawn, to the point that they were going to commit suicide. They actually attempted suicide. They ended up in the hospital after their attempt. They're alive and well now. They're still posting fan art. But, I mean, oh my god, like, seriously? Seriously? It's fan art. I don't care what kind of self-righteous horse your ass is riding in on. If you're doing that kind of thing to somebody because you think that they're fat erasing by drawing a fat character slightly skinnier, or committing race lifting by lightening the skin tone slightly, or drawing Rainbow Dash as a Native American girl, get over yourself. Seriously. Really. That's no reason to harass somebody. It's one thing to retweet and say, I kind of don't like this, or I think this is ridiculous, but when you lead a brigade and charge on somebody and you just pound away at them and wear out their determination and will to live, don't you have anything better to do with yourself? Can't you help create instead of destroy? Is that all you people know how to do? And then there's other things. Back when I was following Sparks Tracks on Facebook, some of you might know of them, I would see them getting harassed all the time for no apparent reason, really. I mean, just people just trying to start shit with them, excuse my French, constantly. And it's like, come on, like, really? And this wasn't just by people outside of the fandom. These were people inside the fandom. Other furries attacking and trying to tear down this person. And it's like, And finally, there's a problem with a community I'm a part of. They've kind of gotten a little better about this, but the FNAF subreddit used to be a place where if you posted full-on anthropomorphic or furry versions of the FNAF cast, or you drew Rule 63 versions, gender swaps, of the characters, you would get hate. Like, not just like, I don't like this, but just like hate. People telling you all kinds of things, all kinds of nasty, rude things. One artist actually almost quit doing artwork because of that. Fortunately, fans were able to come together and help them out. And then recently, another user, I forgot their name, but they had their image posted on FNAF Cringe, which is supposed to be a cringe subreddit for when you post things that are supposed to be cringeworthy. Their picture was posted on there, and they almost up and quit drawing and working on a story altogether. But again, the community was able to come together and help them find the strength to continue. So, what can you do if you're harassed? Look, if it's messages, if it's comments, try your best to ignore them. Sticks and stones may break your bones. Look, words can do a hell of a lot more if you give them the power. Don't give them the power. As my man CJ on Metal Motivation tends to say, you gotta be made of iron. Let that stuff bounce off you like a cheap arrow, because that's all it is. It's just BS, it's just fake words, and it can't hurt you unless you give it power. A lot of people see if they're getting to you, they'll keep going up. If they see that they're not getting to you, they may step it up, but just keep weathering it, keep going through with it. And if the admins on whatever you're on are active, do not hesitate to contact them. Do not hesitate to get their help. Do not hesitate to get help from whoever, higher ups, whoever, friends. If they're actually active, I know Tumblr's admins are a little wishy-washy. We've tried to report people for doxing before, and they've been jack all. But, somebody posts a racist comment on Tumblr, and their Tumblr gets deleted. Nice priorities you got there. People are getting doxed and harassed. And your priority is stopping people from expressing their opinion, even if it's a pretty crooked one. Now, doxing. What do I mean by doxing? Some of you might not know what that is. Doxing is when you gather information on somebody and post it publicly for the purposes of harassing somebody. Now, doxed information is usually gathered from various sources online, and this brings me to my next point. Be careful, be wary of the personal information you post online. If people can easily find your street address, your home address, anything like that, your phone number, personal email address, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Don't have it out on there. Only give your number to people you trust. Only give your address to people you trust. If you have it out there, doctors can find it and they can use it. There's other ways of obtaining information too, but you can really just help yourself out here by not having that information out and available. And above all, do not engage. Some people will post hurtful comments, they'll post incendiary comments, they'll be trying to troll you, that is, posting something aggravating for the purpose of starting an argument. Do not engage. Leave them alone. Don't do anything. Delete their comment. Get them off your blog, get them off your post. Just don't have anything to do with that. I actually have a video that I'll link in the description below from Metal Motivation, or CG Ortiz is the main guy behind it. He talks about trolls, haters, and Facebook fighting. It's actually a really good thing to look at concerning these kinds of things. And another thing we can do is set a good example for the communities and fandoms we're in. Be a shining example. Be a good person. Don't just say you're a good person. Be a good person. Extol those values. Be those values. Live those values. Be a good person. Help out others. Look out. Come together. Build a sense of community. Show the world that there's good, wholesome people left. And hey, if you gain traction and you gain popularity and people look and see those, that's the thing that's, you know, that gets popularity, that gets goodness, you'll get other people doing the same thing too. And sometimes, to get people started on the path to goodness, all they need is a little ignition, and by you being true to yourself and your values and to others, and standing for things like truth, justice, and other values of those natures, you can get people going, and you can probably start, not probably, you will start a revolution in your community, because positivity is very contagious, just like negativity, and we need all the positivity, we can get to combat these evil things. I'll talk a little bit more about that in another video. I think for now, we are just about out of time, so this is Nicolini on Muses Corner, signing off. Y'all have a wonderful day, and as always, right on.